Apologize to Peter Obi. Atiku drags APC following Moka's threat to former Anambra governor. Announced in the news info. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has expressed strong disapproval of perceived threats to life of Labour Party's presidential candidate Peter Obi by the All Progressive Congress APC National Publicity Secretary Felix Moka. Atiku described Moka's comment as emblematic of a troubling drift toward authoritarianism under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. Moka, in an interview on Saturday, accused Obi of spreading misinformation and warned that the former Anambra State governor had crossed the line. In response, Atiku, via a statement on Tuesday, decried the APC-led government's alleged attack on opposition voices, describing such actions as a serious affront to democracy. In his statement, Atiku expressed concerns over what he described as the APC's growing intolerance towards dissenting opinions. He linked Moka's remarks to a broader trend of suppressing opposition, citing the continued detention of government critics like Madi Shehu as further evidence. The inflammatory remarks issued by Felix Moka directed at Peter Obi serve as a disturbing emblem of the current administration's unsettling strategy in addressing opposition figures. These threats, coupled with a prolonged detention of voices like Madi Shehu, signals a worrisome shift towards authoritarian governance, where the rights of opposition figures are being stifled, Atiku stated. He criticized Moka's warning that Obi should be ready for whatever comes his way, calling it an alarming affront to democratic values. Atiku emphasized that in a democracy, opposition voices are not only essential, but should be welcomed exactly as part of a healthy political discourse. Abi, these same people, they did the same thing to opposition in 2015. And so why don't you want people to oppose you? You don't want anybody to criticize you. You should just be doing anything you like, and people should just be looking at you. That you now have to threaten somebody and tell somebody that he's crossing the line. Because I don't get it, these people. Atiku demanded that the APC and Moka clarify the intent behind the threatening remarks and issue a public apology to Peter Obi. Peter Obi doesn't even need the apology. They should make sure that nothing happens to him. That is just it. They should keep the apology. They should eat it. He doesn't need it. He stressed that such inflammatory language undermines civil discourse and sets a dangerous precedent for governance. It is not merely the right, but the solemn duty of the democratic government to listen to its critics, engage in dialogue, and allow space for alternative viewpoints, Atiku stated. Instead, we are faced with a chilling threat. What exactly does Mr. Moka imply by saying Obi has crossed the line? Really, he needs to explain it. He needs to explain the line that he has crossed. What do you mean by he has crossed the line? The APC must clarify this disturbing insinuation. The former PDP presidential candidate also criticized Moka for comparing Obi's statements on national hardship to a Wild West scenario, asserting that Obi's comments merely reflected the daily struggles of Nigerians. Exactly. We are suffering. What he has said, he has not said anything bad, he has not said anything wrong. And now saying that he has crossed the line. Obi's comments merely reflected the daily struggles of Nigeria under the current administration. Now so. Atiku reiterated that free speech and open dialogue are cornerstones of democracy and urged the APC to embrace constructive criticism rather than resorting to threats. They will never do that. Constructive criticism, they should embrace it. They will never. And obviously, we are no longer practicing democracy in this country because freedom of speech is not allowed. It's not. If you talk anyhow now, they'll come and arrest you. So there is no freedom of speech. The APC must reflect on its responsibility to uphold democratic principles and ensure that the voices of opposition leaders like Peter Obi are not suppressed but respected as a vital part of governance and public accountability, Atiku concluded. This incident highlights growing tensions between the ruling party and opposition figures, raising questions about the state of free speech and democratic engagement in Nigeria. The current status of free speech is that there is nothing like free speech again in this country. There is nothing like free speech. If you talk anyhow, they would come for you. They don't like criticism. They don't like people criticizing them or telling them what to do. They don't like it. Chukwuma Agbama says Biola, Abiodun, Tajuddin and 1,000 tribesmen has joined the comment section. They are all drinking poison because it's being served with their tribal cup. I don't understand. Tajuddin Muyiwa said, has Obi ever apologized to eminent Nigerians his uncouth supporters have been abusing, insulting and even issued death threats? He's not the one that is telling his followers to insult you people. So don't blame that one on him, abeg. What is that? Abiodun Johnson says, I don't blame Atiku because Obi is pretending to eat too much shinkafa with you. He is worse than cancer. You are a liar, Abiodun. You are a liar, abeg, go and sit down. Because of him, you lost election. How did it? Are you okay? Abiodun Johnson, are you okay? Frank Ambrose says, where is Olisa Metu? Where is Shehu Musa? Very shortly, Felix Moka will expire. Yes, so he's looking for recognition now. Let me support the president so that probably he will give me appointment. He's just deceiving himself. Magdalene Elembe says, Obi should also apologize to Nigerians and Tinubu for talking rubbish. What rubbish did he talk? What rubbish did he talk that he needs to apologize? If you are not suffering, say that you are not suffering. But a majority of Nigerians are suffering. So why should he apologize? Mascot Olayinka says, we need to be conscious of the law of action and reaction. If we are worried about what Moka said, we should also be concerned about why he said it. Government opposition should be reasonable, while criticism should be constructive. A word is enough for the wife. So his criticism is not constructive enough. It's not constructive enough. How else do you want him to say it? How else do you want him to say it? Abiyo Olakole says, this country, everyone is busy defending what favors them. Now, so no one even asks personal question. No one reads the content before commenting. Sincerity and truth has been replaced with sentiment and hatred. Who is going to save this country? I wonder. Different utterances from these leaders without minding the consequences of such and personal interest above public interest, playing different forms of politics for their political relevance. It is well. Nwabudi Daniel says, honestly, these blinded APC admirers are really untrained, very untrained, so undiplomatic and totally irrational and undemocratic in civil matters. Exactly, because it's only what that they care about. They don't care if they are saying something senseless or they are saying something that is not sensible. All they want is, let me get recognized. Let me get at least something will enter my pocket. That is what they care about. Becca Okeke says, who is this animal called Moka? Can he go to his town and trek 1 kilometer by himself if he's truly Nigeria? They'll kidnap him, and he might not have ransom money because who is he? Who knows him? Nobody knows him. I beg, you should go and sit down. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.